All right, let's talk about time and your internal clock. Now, what do I mean by your internal clock? Well, we all have a living, breathing groove, and clock that lives inside us. It's different than a metronome. It's alive, right? And we all feel it. We're all constantly subdividing the groove, subdividing the beat, counting, feeling a pulse. Um, and how do you get that out? And how do you, more importantly, tie it to your hands, tie it to your physical act so that it can be a subconscious thing, a natural thing where that groove and that pulse and the ability that you have in your mind to subdivide the beat and to feel the pulse translates out into what you're doing on your instrument, whatever that instrument may be. Well, you do things like what I was doing there in the intro. When I was younger, I was very fortunate to play with older musicians who were very supportive, but also did not take it easy on me. So if I was messing up as far as time went or the feel of my rhythm guitar because I was too focused on being a lead player or something, they would let me know, but in a nice, constructive way. And then I would work on these things. And I found that the greatest thing you could do is take any grooves that you play in the real world and try to make them so natural and ingrain them into your mind and your heart so much that you can play anything over them and not get lost and basically make it feel like you're a band by yourself. So that's what I'll do. I'll every day come out here and take some of the grooves that are important to me and strengthen my bond with them and my internal clock. So what does that mean? Well, I may just start a tempo in my head. So I may hear 1, 2, 3, 4. And you may get a groove like that was happening in the beginning where I'm going, right? And then I'll start moving around in that beat. So I'll go, until I'm so comfortable, I can hear that in my head at all times. Dun, da, da, ba, da, ba, dun, da, da, ba, da, ba, da, ba, 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 da, ba, 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 da, ba, da, 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 ba, da, da, ba, ba, bow, ba, 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 da, and I'm turning the beat around. I'm crossing bar lines, but it's so comfortable that then I can veer off and start to bring in those fills in the middle, and never lose that pulse. And I can cross the bar line with the fills too. I can make it half and half. Right? And never lose that feel, that pulse, the magic of that groove. And then I'll take that and I will apply that concept to every groove that is important to me or that maybe is part of my gig, my performance, my world, right? So maybe I'll take a shuffle. Maybe I'll take that shuffle in A that we all love, right? And I'll play. And I'll expand on it. Until I can do no wrong, I'm hearing that. Ba-do-da-da-da-dum. Bump, bump, ba-dum, bump, ba-dum, bum, ba-bum. Bump, bump, ba-da, bump, ba-da, bum, bum. Until I can do no wrong, right? On any of these grooves, I'll pick another one. And a lot of times they're just completely improv. I'll take, a funk groove like, make it so I'm so comfortable that it doesn't matter what groove's going on. I'll take a Motown thing or a Stax thing, and I'll work in those little fills in around my chanks and my lead playing, the way Steve Cropper, Cornell Dupree, all the Motown cats would do something like. And I'll make that. That's a complete improvisation. Didn't even know what the changes were going to be to that, but it just became, something that I can build and pulse around, and then I'll start to solo and have that same feel. Right until I'm so comfortable with that I'm just able to be free and tying it together, my clock in my hands. The other exercise that I'll do is sing things and play them, because you're always going to sing in a different time and a different cadence than what you would normally play. So let's take that same groove. I'd sing a solo, an improvised solo like that. And I would have never played that phrase without having sung it first. But again, that's strengthening the bond between my internal clock and my hands. And this can't be stated any more plainly or importantly. That's living, breathing time. It's great to have metronomic time, to be a rock, to be a machine. That's really great and important. But when you get on the bandstand, it kind of goes out the window, because everybody's playing in their own version of time. The drummer may be pushing, the bass player may be dragging, and you've got to sit in the middle, and you've got to know to make that decision. Or you may just want to sit in the middle, and you have to have the ability to do it. So these are things you have to be thinking about. And you have to have strength in those tools to be able to bring that around. I hope that makes sense. It's something I think about a lot, really strengthening that bond between my clock. Because I get this question a lot from people, where's your time feel come from? It comes 100% from rhythm guitar and from listening to way that swing, that groove, that funk feels in a song when the guy's playing it on rhythm, and transferring that to my improvisation and to my solos. So when I hear any groove, when I hear da 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 ba ba da ba da 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 bum 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 ba da 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 bum bum ba da, some kind of 70s R&B groove I'm hearing. I'm hearing improv against that. Anytime any song comes on, we're all doing it. So take notice when you're listening to my music, when you're listening to Stevie Ray, when you're listening to the Ohio Players, when you're listening, to Jimi Hendrix or whatever. Take note of what your brain is actually doing, what you're hearing as that music goes by. It's incredibly important to pay attention to that and start to strengthen that bond between your internal clock and your physical ability, your hands, your technique, your brain, all that. You want to tie it together. I hope that helps everybody. And for members, I'm going to do a little addendum to this video. So if you're not a member, bam, join, become a ruler today. We're having a great time with all the rulers over in the Discord and everything. So thank you all for the support, and be on the lookout for more content. I got tons coming your way. All right, later.